Listen now to God's Word. John 1:14 tells us, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen His glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth." John 14:6, Jesus said to him, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." And finally, in John 18:37 through 38, Jesus describes himself. Then Pilate said to him, "So you are a king?" Jesus answered, "You say I am a king. But for this purpose I was born, and for this purpose I have come into the world, to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice." Then Pilate said to him, "What is truth?" After he had said this, he went back outside to the Jews and told them, "I find no guilt in him." This seems like such a simple sermon this morning. It's not. If people listen today, if people believe, these words will change your life. I want to tell you a story to start off with this morning. The story of a father who was sitting in his recliner, trying to read his after a hard day's work, and he just kept being interrupted time after time by his little daughter. And finally, in desperation, he just tore a page out of his magazine, and that page had a map of the world printed on it. And he took and he tore that into tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces. And he said, "I want you to go and pretend like this is a puzzle and put this back together." And the father was confident that he was going to have some peace and quiet. But after a very few minutes, the little girl came back and handed him the map, correctly fitted together. The father was surprised, and he says, "How did you finish so quickly?" "Oh," the man jumped out. He said, "On the other side of the picture of the world is a picture of Jesus. When I got Jesus in this place, the world came out all right." I wholeheartedly believe that's true today. When we properly understand Jesus and give Him His proper place, then everything in the world and in our lives fall into place. The English author, Charles Lamb, once was involved in a discussion about the greatest literary figures of all time. And during the conversation, the names of William Shakespeare and Jesus Christ came up. Lamb said, "The major difference between these two is that if Shakespeare came into the room, we might stand in honor and respect. But if Jesus Christ entered this room, we would all humbly bow down and worship Him." That's a good summary, a good simple summary of the infinite difference between Jesus Christ and everyone else in the world. Do you know the truth about Jesus today? Do you accept and believe the truth about Jesus today? Are you willing to live and die for the truth of Jesus? One of Satan's favorite strategies is he can't erase Jesus from history. No way he can do that. So he tries to change what we have to say about him. Listen to some of the things that have come out over the many, many years. Jesus did not come in the flesh. Just because. Jesus was not really God, but just a God with a little g. Jesus was a great man, a great teacher, but he was just another man of God. Jesus is a way to reach God. Listen to this one. But there are many ways to reach God other than through Jesus. You just heard me read scripture that refutes that. I'm going to read you a quote from J. Oswald Sanders today. He expressed it very well. He says, if Jesus is not God, then there is no Christianity. And who we worship, and we who worship him, are nothing more than idolaters. Listen to the rest of this. Conversely, if he is God, those who say he was merely a good man, or even the best of men, are blasphemers. He lays this right out, pure and simple. More serious still, if he is not God, then he is a blasphemer in the fullest sense of the world. If he is not God, he is not even good. But we all know better than that. So the most important question here this morning still remains, who is Jesus? Who is he? I can see your faces. You're all saying, well, I know who he is. Well, I want to make sure you understand who he is, because it's about the rest of your lives. We live in a world and a time that declares any answer about who Jesus is acceptable. Did you understand that? People out there, we talked a little bit about this last week, people out there will say, well, Jesus was just a good man. And if there's enough people out there that believe in that, the theory holds. But if we believe that Jesus is God, and there are enough people out there that believe in that, enough people, you hear that? It will be true, and it is true too, because you already have God's word here. Sometimes you ask people about whether they believe in Jesus, whether they believe in God, and some of them will go, well, personally, maybe not so much. And what do we think? Well, you know, the world has that attitude of, well, that's okay, it's your opinion. That's okay, it's your opinion, whatever makes you happy. But we need as Christians to believe in the truth. We know the truth. Need to know the truth. Who is Jesus? Let's look at the Bible. Let's see what the Bible has to say about it. We read from John 14:6 very clearly. There he said, I am the way, I am the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. In that single declaration, Jesus took on the most pressing problems that we are faced by today. Sin, ignorance, and our own mortality. Prior to Jesus, there was another way to the Father. It was through the Old Covenant. But when Jesus came, he fulfilled that covenant and replaced it with a new one. The new covenant continues to be the only covenant in place to bring mankind to God. The only covenant in place to bring mankind to God. It is the only way to the Father. Any other way that we try to get to the Father will not work. We cannot make it to God through any kind of legal paperwork. We can't make it to God because of what we do. Our moral attainment is not, doesn't even come close. None of those approaches lead us to God because none of them can deal with the problem of sin. The sins of each and every one of us continue to be our own personal roadblock on our journey to God. And even worse than that is our tendency to deny what we sin to begin with. Every crime, it seems like, everything we do, whether it's vicious or just a little indiscretion or whether it's really mild, is just rationalized. continually rationalized in our mind that it'll be okay. It's not that big a deal. We tend to think there's really not that much wrong with us. We can improve. And then if we just shake our shoulders a little bit and get up on the other side of the bed in the morning, we're going to be just fine. But history has revealed that every attempt at man to do his will in this world has been blown away by the sinful nature of our society. The sin problem is only solved with Christ. That is truth. He alone reveals man's sin. He ransomed us from our sin. He removes us from the practice of it, and He forgives us for it. But all of this happens only when the sinner yields himself to God and walks in the Lord's way. Now let's look at a few more scriptures here. Corinthians, we're back in Corinthians again. Now, brothers, I want to remind you of the gospel I preached to you, which you received and in which you have taken your stand. By this gospel you are saved if you hold firmly to the word I preached to you. We have to hold to Jesus. We have to hold to His word. Paul stresses this. He says, only if you stand firm to the truth will you be saved. Jesus is the way. He is the gospel. He is the good news. In Acts, Peter says that salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to men by which we must be saved. Timothy, this is good and pleases God our Savior, who wants all men to be saved and to come to knowledge of the truth. For there is one God and one mediator between God and man, the Son, Jesus Christ, who gave Himself as ransom for us all. I don't believe that it's any more possible for the Bible to declare the truth that Jesus is the way than it already does. If there is no other name by which man can be saved other than the name of Jesus, and if there is only one mediator between God and us, and He is Jesus Christ, and Jesus is the only way. The simple truth. Praise God that He's provided a way for us. Truth is one of the rarest commodities in this world. The quest for truth has made up a large portion of the history of humankind. Unfortunately, we think that we have found truth, wisdom, and understanding in other things. Mankind has come to think of itself as pretty sophisticated, pretty wise. We seem to know a lot more than we think we know, don't we? But the truth is, human wisdom is foolishness compared with God's wisdom. And only a little self-examination will give you that truth. Apart from God, I'm sorry to tell you all this, I'm sorry to tell myself this, apart from God, mankind is ignorant. Pure and simple. He's ignorant of his own origin, he's ignorant of his own destiny, and he's ignorant of the meaning of human life. Humans can't even see one split second into the future. Even in the areas of our greatest achievement, we send people out in space, we we cure diseases, we attempt to cure more diseases, and every time we discover what we think is the truth, we find 100 more questions that we cannot answer. Humans are like babies crying in the night. They have no knowledge of the truth until they turn to Him who is truth. And truth is by definition unchanging, it's constant, it's consistent. And because Jesus is the truth, and Jesus never changes, there's truth about the truth. How many times can I use that word this morning? But it's the only way to do it. Jesus Christ is the perfect expression of truth because He is the perfect expression of God. That comes directly from Scripture. It comes from Hebrews. Therefore, Christ is also the answer to our own ignorance. Christ is the answer to just about everything. Through Him we can know the truth, and the truth will set us free. All of mankind's theories, morality, assumptions, they all come up short. Mankind greets every new medicine and every new cure and every new breakthrough with rejoicing. And we're right to do that. I'm not telling you that's wrong. But we will never abolish death. Only Jesus Christ has done that. Simple truth. Simple truth. Jesus said, I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though he dies, and whoever lives and believes in me will never die. John writes again, God has given us eternal life, and this life is in His Son. He who has the Son has life, and he who does not have the Son of God does not have life. You know, Jesus broke up every funeral he ever attended. Did you know that? Every single one, He broke it up. He either called someone forth to live, or he broke up every funeral he was with and in. Jesus is the only name that means anything when spoken in the face of death. You know, I read, this is one of my favorite phrases that I take to graveyard when I go, gravesite when I go. Oh, death, where's your sting? Oh, grave, where's your victory? Death has no victory if we have faith and we believe the truth. Jesus is everything now. Jesus just doesn't know the way. He is the way. He just doesn't give life. He is life. And we know these things. Why? Because in our faith we believe the Bible to be true. We believe God's Word to be true. I hope that if you're sitting here this morning that that's truly what you believe. We know that Jesus died, was buried. 3 days later, He was resurrected, and because of that, the tomb of Jesus remains empty. Always will. Jesus is the Son of God, given by God for the salvation of all mankind. So, it's up to you today. I'm through. Believe it or not. It is up to us today. Are we going to accept the truth? This is black and white. I didn't make that up. Do you have that faith today? Do you see? Because so many people have trouble seeing. Do you see how simple this is? I was going to pick on Cheyenne, but I don't see her. Cheyenne understands that truth. We all understand that truth. But we have to stand up for that truth. I told you I was a little sad this morning, and this is my last words. Because I know it's summer. I know there are things going on. I know the pastor's holding a meeting today that probably not a lot of people want to go to. But the truth is, also our numbers are falling. In every church across the country, in every church across the world. What are we going to do about it? This is my lead into our visioning today. What are we going to do about it? Every one of you have neighbors. Every one of you have friends. We talked about this before. So do I. I talk to people all the time, and sometimes I don't have very good luck, sometimes I do. Sometimes I can touch them when I'm doing a service to the family that I can't touch them in any other way. But we need to start touching people, and we need to start telling them the truth. And if they won't believe us,